You've gone through an event that caused the journey that you'd been on to take either an abrupt turn or completely stop. And you've been unable to get your life back towards your old path or restart your journey. This is completely understandable. When we don't have the ability or knowing of how to deal with a new issue or situation that comes into our journey, we just keep doing what we've always been doing without really adjusting. Today, I want you to restart to know that you can build a new life and tell yourself a new story despite the way that you've been traveling in the past.
Going through traumatic events are either going to give you strength to move you into that next level of your life or keep you stuck in the past. Welcome to this week's episode of the PTSD Growth Podcast. My goal is to give you the motivation to strengthen your life and guide you into that life that you're looking for. The pain that you feel can end and the life that you want can begin. You just have to take responsibility and take action.
So I want to give you an example. Think about it as someone who's never changed a tire before. And while they're driving, they get a flat, but don't know what to do now. Now, let's place this person with no cell service where they have no way of calling for help. I know that there have been times in my life that I felt like this. And I'm sure that there have been times in yours that you have too. Alone with a problem to deal with. Now, over the last little bit of you have been driving around with a flat tire, feeling the bumps all the time, the reminder that you aren't dealing with this issue, but still trying to keep moving in the same life that you were before. Today is the perfect day to start. What is that problem that you're dealing with? And how can you find a solution? This will be different for everybody. We might face similar problems, but the solutions that we come up with are going to be different. We have belief systems. We have values. Even things like our character is going to change the way a solution is for each of us. So what is that past story that you've been telling yourself about this problem or this event? What is it that you keep reliving that won't allow you to focus on a solution, that won't allow you to focus on that new way, that new part of your life? Because when you're always focused on the problem, it's hard to see the solution. We're all human beings. And one of the biggest things in our reptilian minds is to train us to protect ourselves. And that goes back to prehistoric times, that we're supposed to really make sure that we don't get hurt. So when we have gotten hurt because of a past problem or issue, that's where our focus goes, to make sure that we don't get hurt again. It's just the natural progression of life. So when you can learn to consciously work on yourselves and consciously work towards that solution that you want, your life is going to change. What has been keeping you stuck? These are different little fine points. You probably tried to restart your life, or you've tried to work through this depression or the disorder that you're struggling with. But because you're trying to do it with the same mindset you had before, you keep coming up with the same solution. You have to work through your mindset. Now, when you're hitting those speed bumps and you're feeling each bump, you are in control of the wheel. You have that power to pull over at any point and restart this journey. To stop, focus on that problem that you have in your life and say, okay, now I can restart. Now I can move forward into that place that I want to move to. Always come to the problem with a solution. Take your time to analyze what you've been going through. This is basic school teaching. Think about way back when you went to high school or elementary school, or, if you're just out, think about what would happen every single day. The teacher would present a problem and then ask you to solve it. But why is it that when life comes in, we can't deal with the solving of the problem? We see the problem, we're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Of course you don't know what to do. You've never been given this problem before. But when you can learn to say, okay, I have this problem, what's the solution that I can make from it? That's when your life's going to change, and that's when you're going to be able to shift your mindset. Build your courage through past wins and the tires that you've already changed. We've all had problems in our lives. We've all had times in our lives that we've needed to restart, that a problem has kind of made us step back and go, whoa, what's actually happening right now? What do I need to do to adjust this? How do I stop this problem from moving into tomorrow or moving into the next stage of my life? We have to figure that out. So I want to give you 3 strategies that you can use that'll help you to create that life that you want, despite the problems that you've been through in your past. First is to find the starting part. Where are you right now? Because any trip that you go on in life, you need to know where you are, right? Regardless, if you think about it consciously or subconsciously, when you drive to work or when you go towards a destination every single day, you know where you are. You're at home. That's where your starting point is. So in life, you have to figure out, okay, let's say health. You want to live a more fit life. So you're like, okay, where am I right now? Well, 1, I eat unhealthy. 2, I never go to the gym. 3, I drink way too much. Maybe I'm a smoker. All these different things are like, okay, this is where I am now. And then you want to figure out where you want to go. You can't hit a target you don't see. If you have no clue of what your goal is when you reach it, you're never going to reach it. You'll always hit a target. Always. No matter what it is, I can promise you, if you keep walking towards that target, you will hit it eventually. You might hit roadblocks. You might have to shift, kind of write your plan, but you will always hit that target as long as you have one. So where do you want to go? What's your end goal? Things like, I want to be more healthier isn't really a sustainable goal. You need to have it measurable. You need to have it actually say, I want to weigh this weight by this date. And that's what you're going to do. That's how you're going to build the goals. And then to get there, you're going to, number 3, create the plan and see that you can get your goal. I always say belief is the first step in healing. Belief is the first step in everything. Regardless if you want to hit a goal, if you want to, heal yourself, create the life that you want, any part of your life, anything that you want to do, if you don't believe you're going to do it, you won't take the actions necessary. Belief, mindset is one of the first things that you need to work on all the time. So there it is. That's how you plan out your life. That's how you get past your problem and move into your solution. Is you find out what your solution is and you find out where you are right now. Where you are, where you want to go, and then work on a plan to get there. Now I wanted to help you guys out with this. So I created a free PDF which is setting SMART goals. And SMART goals is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And when you can do this for every goal, you'll create that plan. So I'm going to put a PDF in the write-up of this. Go ahead, head to the website, get your free PDF for the SMART goals, and begin to create that life that you want. If you don't begin to change where you are today, will your life truly ever change? Ask yourself that. If you don't change what you're doing, can you change your life? And as always, I want to finish with this final quote. If you need to take a break, set a restart so that the break doesn't become permanent. Most of the times in our lives, we have that time that's like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I just need to stop for a second. And then a minute. And then a day. And then a week. And then a month. And then a year. We realize we haven't actually restarted from that break that we took. So make sure you say, okay, I need to take a break from dealing with this problem. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm stressed. That's fine. But say, you know what? I'm going to take the week off. And then next Monday, I'm going to restart and refocus. Have that restart date.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to this podcast and like this episode. But also, make sure that you share this. There are so many people in this world suffering when they don't have to. And you can change their life with just a click of a button. I thank you in advance. And always, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.